Headed into the garden this morning. Just finished making my juice. This morning is apples, lemons, cucumber, 3 different kinds of kale, red sorrel, and it's beautiful, tastes delicious, and it's been helping me. I've been drinking this instead of tea and milk, and headed in walk the garden this morning. It does need some watering, but I need to make some new plans for some new beds. Everything's looking so beautiful. Here on the squash, we have another squash coming in. Over here on the zucchini or the yellow squash, we have 3 coming in. Oh, 4 coming in. Another flower right here. Oh, 5. This plant has 5 fruit on it right now. My favorite spicy oregano. Here is the greens that were coming up from the lettuce bag that I had set up. And I had put it in here upside down, and it is growing. I've been putting those in my juice. Well, from this one bolted. I've been putting those in my juice every day. And the beautiful zinnias. The tomato plant that's just growing here all on its own has fruit. And back here it has fruit. And I'm actually just training it up this trellis inside that one. The sunflowers are dying off. They look so beautiful, but it has more heads coming in. One there and one there. So Michael and I are discussing how we're gonna deal with that, because that got put up last week. It looks right over into the garden, actually into our whole backyard. We have no privacy. So we're talking about maybe building a planter box here and then putting a trellis up on top of it and maybe growing passion fruit. We're still discussing that and figuring that all out. Here we have another squash. Looks like all male plants. There's some sage up under there. The watermelon fell down there, but it's still attached. Some summer squash over there. Look at the little tiny Brussels sprouts. Asparagus bed. Ooh, look, there's an asparagus. I'm gonna cut that baby and eat it. And then here we have Artemis. I ate one of the artichokes from this the other day. The cucamelons are climbing all the way up that trellis. The rhubarb looks amazing. And then our wall of greens that we put back here is doing really well. I'll probably move some of these out. I'm kind of going to use this as my starting station, and then once things take off, I'm going to take them out closer to where I can use them. The tomato plant that came up all on its own over there is fruiting. Kind of looks like a Roma, but I'm not really sure. It's like an elongated cherry. The pomegranate is doing amazing. And if you look along the back wall right there, that's one of my squash from the other side of the garden. It had grown out and around and grew up over those shutters, and then I put it up here on the wall, and it's just going crazy. It's amazing. And back here, the wall is filling in very nice. Down in here, we have cantaloupe. We have 2 of them right now. There's all little babies coming in. Some of the babies died off. I'm trying not to get out here and pollinate too much. I'm trying to let the bees take care of what they need to take care of. My carrots, I've been using those in my juice, although I forgot this morning. And then down in there, you can see we have some more female flowers, and then there's another fruit. This zucchini is doing amazing. It is just so happy right here, although it's taking up the whole walkway. Just letting it do its thing. We have fruit down there. There's 1, 2, 3. And then 1 female flower. It's just amazing. And then up here we have the sunflower tipping its head over. It was 8 feet 8 inches, the last measurement, when it was standing up nice and tall and straight. And then back here we have eggplant and another variety of eggplant and my other eggplant. And then back here, the peppers are going crazy. Crazy. I need to stake them up. Another sunflower. So beautiful. And that sunflower back there. It is quite the jungle back here, but everything is growing really well. Oh, look at the jalapenos. They were staying so small for so long. And then we have serranos over there. I tied up the watermelon in that t-shirt so it won't fall, because I lost one last week, and the littlest, tiniest pink in the middle was about 2 tablespoons, and it was amazing. And there's another watermelon way back there. I'm sure there's more hidden in here somewhere. The watermelon is going all the way from back there and all the way out here, and then climbing up the tomato plant. So, cabbage, and the other cabbage. They're doing really well because they're kind of shaded. So, sometimes when you think you can't grow something off season, try it anyway and see. If you have the plant, why not? Here is basil. I'm going to make pesto here soon. I've been cutting it back a lot to make sure it doesn't flower. Tomatoes. Midnight snacks. So the green beans. There's more green beans on here, but I think the plant is starting to die back, at least on this side. It gets a lot of sun on this side, so maybe that's why. But on this side, it's doing really well. And it's still producing. And I cannot believe it is almost the end of July and I have nasturtium growing. That, to me, is insane. And this one right here is in full sun all day. This one's more shaded. This one's in full sun, and it has nothing else shading it out and protecting it, but it's still doing really well. And the cucamelons, let's see if I can find you one. Cucamelons are doing amazing. I've been eating them every day or so, a couple days. So maybe there's none on here right now, but it really did wind up taking off. I really wasn't sure that I was going to be able to grow cucamelons, but I am. And then we have our cucumber. It's, I think, dying off. I trimmed it really far back. We do have some cucumbers. There's one there. And there's some more down there. I did buy 3 more cucumber plants so I can put some more in the ground. That's one of the things I want to assess and figure out what I'm going to do. I want to get them in the ground sooner rather than later. Strawberries are doing really well. Get a handful off every couple days. This zucchini has not produced anything but males. And that's okay, because all my other ones are producing, so I'm gonna let this one just be. They do not get enough sun, I don't think, and that's why they're pushing themselves out into the walkway. Sunflower, cilantro went to seed, so I've been cutting those off and putting them in a paper bag to collect seeds. And let's go back here. Show you close up more of the peppers. And then this is the Coquezel squash, which I really love, and this plant is huge. The Coquezel is delicious. And then back there is that other watermelon. Brussels sprouts back there are growing a little bit smaller or slower than the others. You got a kombucha squash back here, and that's the one that's growing up the back wall. So it goes the back wall all the way down underneath the hibiscus, down and around and into that pot, and it's just doing amazing. And look at this hibiscus. It's just coming all back in really nice. It wasn't growing at the ground before, it was only growing at the top, and I trimmed it really far back, and now it's forcing its growth from the bottom. So I want to get up here and clean a little bit of that tree because it's creating too much shade over here, and then that will leave me open to a little bit more of the lemons on this side. But overall, the garden's doing great. Like I said, we're going to be making some modifications. I want to plant something here in the center, and then we also want to build something up over there to block that out. So we're thinking maybe passion fruit, maybe 2 raised beds and then passion fruit. So I hope you enjoyed your little tour of my garden today. Click like if you like this video, and also if you want to subscribe, and then click the bell. You'll be notified when I update or upload a new video. Have a wonderful day.